Welcome back to J-Dog Has a Truck.
We are doing some very important works here.
Oh my gosh. Bit that I bought, found a Pintle hitch, which I don't know whether it's exactly what came on the truck or not, but that's what we're going to use. But if you look right here, I think, like I said, this was stationed at Fort Knox. Looks like they tried to pull a tank with it. Didn't work out so well. So I have my Pintle hitch installed. Sorry I didn't film the process. Basically, I use my $25 torch kit. Of course, the tanks are empty, had to trade them in, and yeah, that's basically it. Fired it up, worked just fine, no leaks, no nothing. But had to use the torch to beat this in as flat as I could, and got 4 bolts in there with nuts behind. Originally they were captive nuts on there, but the threads were miserably rusted out. So just put some longer bolts in there, just slightly smaller than the thread size that was in there, and bolted her up, and we're ready to go. Yes, I succumbed to peer pressure and put a bicycle inner tube on my chains. I actually had saved this old inner tube quite a long time ago, probably with this in mind, but just never got around to it. So yeah, nothing special. So this is more of a maintenance item than upgrade. I installed this ignition switch shortly after I got the truck running. I think I got the truck running with just a simple, connecting up the ignition to the 12 volts. But first thing I did was get an ignition switch in. And of course, I upgraded the starter to a ignition switch activated starter rather than the stupid foot switch. This switch, everything is cheap Chinese crap. Finally failed on me. It started failing. The starter would stick or rather the contacts would stick and activate the starter. Well, it finally died. I found this on Amazon. And this is almost identical to what I found. I don't know where I found the other one, but it's kind of difficult. Of course, you can't use a correct 1950 ignition switch because there's nothing for the starter on it. And finding one in for the later power wagons is harder to find than hen's teeth. So I found this and swapped it out, and so there you are. So here we are again. The switch I put in that I got off Amazon is garbage. It lasted like 2 weeks, and I was stranded. I had to activate the starter solenoid with a screwdriver. Got home okay. So I got one off of from the local Napa store, and this one says it's made in Taiwan, and they all look very similar with the starter contact in the center. So far this one is working flawlessly, so we'll see how long this lasts. Here's a little problem that I've been fighting for a while. If you recall, I put in new latch assemblies. However, on the passenger side, it doesn't mate up properly. It does latch when you get it in there, but and I've been just cranking the handle when I'm closing it, and that seems to be working for now. However, I checked this angle, and it is correct on the other door. I mean, it's the same as the other door, so that's not the problem. The problem is this right here, which shockingly, the cab probably wasn't built straight to begin with, but after me putting it back together, that's a little bit tweaked. So ideally, we unscrew these screws. Ideally. So we'll see what happens. So, combination of heat, and this is to protect the upholstery, and I moved my tool to a ratchet, was able to get enough leverage on it to crack them loose. I sprayed some more PB Blaster on there and let that soak, let that cool down, and then we're going to pull that off. Basically what I'm going to do is make a spacer so this gets pushed out farther in the right direction so that it latches properly. That's the plan anyway. Well, final resolution on my door latch. Got screws loose. Turns out the screws go into a piece of steel on the other side that slides around so you can adjust it. Well, I'm a little bit concerned that if I take the screws completely out, I won't have any access behind it, because it's all closed up in there. And for that job, I would have to take the seat completely out, and I'm not into that today. Now, this is my minor adjustment. Just got a washer stuck in between there. That was enough, so that solved my problem.